Hello, Guerdy. How are you today?
I'm great, Martha. Fantastic. Thank you for having me today.
It is such a joy to be able to share with you all this transformation. I've had the honor to watch you grow from within to outside since you started your journey with Psych-K, and it's just such a joy to to see the differences. It's very, I don't know if how you feel it, and you're going to share this with us, but how we see it from outside is just always this wow effect that I just can't get over it, even if it's been so many years that I'm teaching. Every time it's just like, ah, oh, look at this. So welcome. And
Thank you.
our intention of these short interviews is to share with those who are interested in learning more of why it could be a good idea to integrate Psych-K in their daily lives, is so that you can tell us how that looks for you. How do you see this magic has happened in your life, who you are, where you are? Just tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so my name is Guerdy St. Victor. And in about 2018, I really dove into the self-improvement, personal development space. I really dove deep into it, reading books and listening to audios. And I fell on a specific seminar, Biology of Belief, by Dr. Bruce Lipton, who's a cell biologist. And if you haven't seen the seminar, he talks about why, like he goes to the science, like nothing esoteric. Oh, do you believe it? But he goes into
Mm-hmm.
the actual science that's been proven with evidence of how your beliefs dictate your life. And all in all, at the end, he talked about, okay, now that you know that your beliefs dictate your life, you're not a slave to your genes. You have the ability to change your genes. Now the question is, okay, how do I do it? Like he feeds the information. Now it's how do I do it? Fortunately, at the end, he talks about different methods and different processes that are useful. And one of the processes that he shared that stood out to me was Psych-K. I know the name was interesting, so I dug into it, did more research, and once I saw it, I just couldn't get my mind off of it. And I just I just dove into learning more, watching testimonials, and I just felt like it was for me. And I started basic workshop and gone to advanced, and I look forward to advancing into wealth and well-being shortly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very beautiful. Yeah, I remember you coming into the basic workshop in the midst of the COVID times in 2020. It was very interesting. So since then, Bertie, since you chose to dive into this and actually into yourself, how do you see this transformation? What are the evidences for you of this choice that you've made?
Uh, the best way I could actually summarize it into one word, Martha, and that is empowered. The word
Mm,
empowered. Like there's a difference between facing a challenge and not feeling like you know what to do to get out.
mhm,
And that really can make you, it really could affect your mental health when you don't know where help can be. But when you have in the back of your mind, and this is a gift that Psych-K has given me, is knowing that whatever the challenge is, it's almost like a tool belt, like a repairman. A repairman has a tool belt and he has a specific tools for specific situations. And Psych-K is so beautiful in that it doesn't just give you a hammer, but it gives you a
mm,
tool belt where
mm.
there's a hammer if you need a hammer. There's a screwdriver if you need one. There's a measuring tape if you need one. And it's just so complete and well-rounded where it's empowered me and my family because thanks to Psych-K, I'm able to facilitate with my wife and through other processes that I learned advanced, I'm able to
Mm,
assist my children as well in
mhm,
long distance, but it's just empowered, just knowing like going out every day, not afraid of facing a challenge because you know that in your tool belt, you have what it takes to maybe not change the situation,
mhm.
but change your view of it, which actually changes the situation.
Exactly. Yes.
So yes, so that's an overall view, but it's helped me. I can give examples. Um,
Yeah, please.
uh,
I think this analogy of the tool belt is beautiful. I think it's this, how I see it is that Psych-K is like tailor-made to my needs. Every time I need it, it's just going to adapt to me. And I love this idea of the tool belt because it's exactly how I experience it. So thank you for that image. And yeah, anything that just kind of stands out to you that you feel has been like those wow. I know we have many wow moments with Psych-K, but those that you feel are like, ah, I never thought this was possible.
uh, one of the things that it has done is changed the way I think and changed the way I see other people. Because I was in a place where I was looking for the holy grail, the end all be all. And when Psych-K found me, I thought that that's what it was, meaning everybody in the world needed Psych-K. But what it showed me through that process of Psych-K is that Psych-K isn't the end all be all that everyone should migrate to. It almost reminds me of my upbringing. I was raised a particular way, and the mindset that I was taught was that everybody had to think how I thought. And if somebody didn't think how I thought, I had to persuade them to think how I thought.
Mhm.
But with Psych-K, through applying and working with Psych-K, it has changed the way I think and seeing that Psych-K is not the process, it is a process.
Mhm.
So other people come to realize themselves utilizing different processes. It doesn't make their process right or wrong or better or worse. It's just tailor made for them at that point in time where the ultimate goal is self realization anyway. So it's changed the way I think and trying, it's helped me to stop trying to force people into my box, but to allow them to flourish in their own boxes because there's a greater mind at play that's orchestrating these chess pieces of life. And this just allowed me to think more on that plane and allow
Mm.
other people to be free in their journey, learn their lessons their own way, because in their own way, it's beautiful for them,
Right.
although it may not seem beautiful from my vantage point.
Yeah, and I think when we free others from our own needs, we're actually freeing ourselves. And that's, like you said, very, very empowering for everybody involved.
Yes, yes.
Well, Gertie, thank you for sharing this. I'm sure somebody who watches this is going to say, well, if this is how he found his way within, then maybe this is my way. And we invite everybody who's watching to remain curious as to how this feels.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for having me, Martha. I appreciate the opportunity to share about Psych-K.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.